Good evening, people not watching. Let me see if I can get it started. What? Oh, I didn't put it on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There I am. Yay. Subtitles. Yes. Give me a second. I'll double check, make sure everything's going correctly. Beep bop boop boop. Beep bop. Ooh. Okay. Please choose the screen and title language. English. Subtitle. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes. Slide it until the computer is barely visible. Please enter the current time. It's currently 8. Note, accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Gotcha. I've played it before, but it's been a while. It's been a long time. Wow. I can't see my mouse in it. Whatever. Begin the game. The game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Did I now? Isn't there like, where is it? How do I pull up the beep boop beep bop? How do I get the cheater ending? I want to do that first. Beep beep beep. Or how do I pull up the command prompt? I want to pull up the command prompt, but I cannot. You know what? Fine, I'll do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I couldn't find a trace. Wow. Dave, are you in here? I was looking away for a second.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The door on my left? Wow. Nice. What was that? Why did frame go
Yet
down?
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I might find an answer in the boss's room. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Well, using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and the to-do list. Synchronized core valve. I don't care. Room closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
To his boss's office. Look at how well the floor looks. Wow. There's something in there. What's on your computer? Ooh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
An extra secret PIN number.
2845.
2845.
Of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing the buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Just by sheer luck.
By sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Why does it keep doing that? I'm trying to fix it slowly, but I'm just like, why? I don't want it on medium. 0. Wow. Dang it! Maybe if I... I don't wanna. Loading!
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring
Just to see what it looks like.
of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to
Still looks good.
question the nature of his job. Why did he?
Why does it keep doing that?
When for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh. Sparky Spark.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility. No, seriously, we disabled it. You cannot jump. Aha! I can't. Whatever.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Wow.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Why does it keep jumping? I want to know.
Now the monitors jumped.
Why does it keep doing
their
that?
true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Who's
The
mine?
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where freedom means nothing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Fired.
Had he really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused.
No.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Never.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh, hey, look, a door.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working.
It's
all of it
offline.
monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the
Wow.
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Mind controls idle awaiting import. I need to turn it. What does that say? I can't read it from here. Let me fall off. Fine. It's off. It's dark. Ah!
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
I'm uncertain.
Was it over?
No.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command,
Yeah!
Moments away.
Woo!
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where
What
had
puzzles?
his co-workers gone?
Yeah!
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Dude, I want to
As
know.
sunlight
This guy
streamed
needs
into
to
the
make a
chamber,
new
he
game
realized
talking
none of
about
this mattered to
that.
him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
But
Perhaps his
happiness,
goal had
guys.
not
That's
been
what
to
I wanted.
understand, but to let go. No
The
longer
thing
would
is
anyone tell
where
him
did the machine
what to
go?
do or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
No, I didn't. I want to know the mysteries of this world. Fine. No, I wanted to look
Stanley
back.
felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Ah.
Stanley was happy.
Be sure about that. Complete the Stanley Parable. The end is never the end. Boop. I'm just quitting to menu. Begin the game. I just want to know why. Wait. Oh! Maybe it'll work better. I don't know.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Sorry. We just went over it. Wow. I hate Mondays. Same.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
No, I couldn't.
What if he had to
Dang it,
make a
it's still
decision?
doing it.
What if a crucial
Whatever.
outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt
Oh!
me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years
How am I
gone by,
alive?
He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
If I waited long
Eventually,
enough.
someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Howard.
Here it comes.
What do I do? Black out for not eating for days? Okay. See here. I don't want to do it, but I want it to stop. It's about to change. Did it even change? I don't see a change.
All of his co-workers were gone.
All of his
What could it
co-workers
mean?
were gone.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, that's just me. What is that? You lost everything. Ooh. Input received. I hate Mondays as well.
When Stanley came to
Nope.
this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
No,
and Stanley knew
siree.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nah. And it did it again.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
I like
Just
cool
to spend a few
drinks.
moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I can't read that.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth.
Yes. It's really worth it. Why does it keep cutting? I hate it. It keeps jumping. I want it to stop jumping.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh well, I'll just chop it up that I can't fix it. Nope.
Stanley was so bad at
Wow.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I know, right? I'm such a good worker. I just want to explore. Eh. I want to fall off. Oh wait, I can just jump. But wait. Look at it. I don't think I can make that. There's a thing. Ah! Let me go. I'm gonna make it. Yes! Where am I? Slenderman? What is that? Oh, it's a knight. Paper. Help, help, I... Something. Beware the referee. Pain.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. From so far off the beaten path.
What?
It seemed the office had begun. From so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. From so far off the beaten path.
What?
That it seemed the office had begun. From so far off the
Narrator?
that it seemed the office had begun. From so far off the
Narrator.
that it seemed the office had begun. From so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had.
Oh.
You didn't think I
What?
was actually just a recording, did you?
No.
What a silly and trite explanation that would. All the back and forth between you and me, all the
Gene!
adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording.
That'd be funny.
It was all just in Stanley's head. I
Yes.
bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you.
It is.
Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights.
Yes.
How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
No, it's not. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh
Stanley
no.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Beep beep. Oh. Eh. Wow.
When Stanley came
No.
to the two open door, this was
I don't
not
think
the
I will.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Did I?
Stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
Nah.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should I?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
Nope.
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, I didn't. I want to see what's down this weird elevator thing.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
No.
He wanted to wander about. And
Yes.
get even further off track.
I do.
So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
What
It's
were you
clearly-
thinking?
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I will.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down.
I'm gonna give you a second because I think I know what the problem is. Bye, tiny me.
Left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh. There's no cutting anymore. Or so far. That was a small cut.
No,
That's
this isn't
fine.
at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This
I'm
is
not.
a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Guys, don't look at it. It's a spoiler.
Back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
Nuh-uh.
The story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Why?
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm?
No.
Okay, from the top.
From the top. Okay.
All of his
Okay.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps I have missed a memo. So I shall go to my boss's office.
When
Hey!
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Or did
Stanley,
something
did you change
change?
anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on.
How could I move
I'm
it?
asking you.
Yeah.
The story.
And you have
It
it.
was right here just a minute ago.
Where'd you
I
put
know
it?
for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Adventure!
Let's find the story.
Adventure, go! Ooh. There's no cutting so far. Well, there is a little bit of cutting, but... everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. Okay.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
I am the
I find it
story.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why
It's
not?
better than tearing. It's like a tearing, not tearing. I mean, the cuts are a little shorter. Without the
All this
tiny
work
me.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
What
to go
could
to
it
the meeting.
mean?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No
Okay,
doors
let's
this
picture
time.
this. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why
Oh,
don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
but I don't wanna. Fun. Wow.
Aha! I knew
Oh.
something. The story. Here it comes.
Oh.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Retracing. I don't remember. Wow.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
I don't know. Hey, where'd the door
Do you
go?
remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations!
Woo!
Put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
I win!
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
How dare you?
Some people win fair and square.
I did.
And this was not one of those situations.
I won. I won
I'm
all the
getting
way.
weirded
That's
out
what I
by whatever
did.
this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I have to restart. How about factory reset? What? It's the Stanley Parable Adventure line. I'm gonna get copyrighted.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help
Of the Stanley?
Parable Adventure line.
Yeah.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay. Wait a second. Okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
I'm looking at it.
This fern will be very important later in the story.
Yes.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Green. It's green. It's in an unmovable plant holder. I'm good.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable,
Whee!
right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through,
How
you...
dare you?
Don't this anymore, to hell with it.
Yup. Stanley Parable
You
line.
know what, Stanley?
Oh.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
I know,
We're
right?
Intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story?
We're the big
Something
brains.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
What direction? Ooh.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Yes.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be.
I'd like a
Stanley,
left turn. Oh,
I'm
hey.
ready for it.
Okay, well, after this, I want a left turn. That's a right
Oh,
turn.
No, not
No!
again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
No,
Just
no
don't
lines.
acknowledge it. We should be fine.
Okay, don't acknowledge it. No. Yeah, go away.
Ah, a choice.
A
Make
choice!
a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
I know,
In
right?
fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Okay.
Walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
But right's right, right?
If the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Yay!
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Alright, hold up. Narrator
That's really
forgets
how
about previous
all this
restart.
It's all
Fourth
determined?
restart, adventure.
So now, according to the schedule,
Unexplored
I restart
terrain.
again.
Find the
What,
line again.
Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I
Confusion.
don't want to forget?
Schedule. Narrator
My
restarts
mind
the
goes
game.
blank
Narrator
simply because it's written
reset.
here on this thing.
Forgets the previous
Whoa.
restarts.
Well,
Stanley attempts
who
to play the
consulted
story,
me?
but is
Why don't I
prevented,
get to
unable to
decide?
go anywhere,
Why
do
don't I
anything. The
get a
game
say in
restarts
all of
on
this?
its own.
Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be.
Sixth
I
restart.
don't want
Find the
to
line
be
again.
restart.
Begin
I don't
following the
want to know
line.
What's going on? I don't want to be trapped like
Attempt
this.
to make
I
up
won't
story here.
restart the
The
game. I
narrator
won't
restarts the
do
game.
it. I won't do it. I
There's
won't
no longer
do
any
it.
office supply.
And the timer stopped? Does
Fine.
that mean, did we do it? Did we break the
I
cycle?
gotta try to do
Whatever it is
this.
that made this schedule? How would we even know? Well,
Find a
something comes first.
bookstore.
Something happened.
Get bored and leave. Narrator restarts the game.
So,
Narrator is gone after longtime Stanley dies. No.
you know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
Yes.
I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Whoa. It kind of scared me a little bit.
All of his coworkers
Meh.
were gone. What could it mean?
Oh,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
let me in. Let me
Stanley
in.
went
Oh,
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
No.
Nor did it advance.
Are you playing solitaire? So if I keep pressing the doors, will they say something? So if I keep pressing the doors, you'll say something. Right? Right?
Please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
There's an
The
achievement.
door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
I did that way more than
believe
5
minutes away
times.
Such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
A
I
measly
suppose you could
5
click the door
clicks.
20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Oh. Okay, if you say so. Watch me do it fast.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Like 50 more clicks.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Hustle.
A commitment, a willingness to go all the way.
I
no matter
was.
what the
Do you
cost.
think I got
Why
50
don't you
clicks
go put
within
20 clicks into door number 417?
417? Why do you keep cutting off so early? Where's 417? Seem to be going. Hello.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 43.
437. Hello. Aha.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Stop cutting yourself out. Ah!
Now, back to door number 437.
We're going back. I'm going back to finish that now. Wait, no, you're right here.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy
All
machine.
right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Exercise.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Where's 416? Are you 416? Were you 416? Where's 416? Where's 416? Are you
Stanley
416?
clicked on literally every single door because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
I thought you were with me on this. I don't know where door 416 is. And I don't want to go through here. I don't wanna. I'm going through this door. Oh!
We've almost got it!
Almost!
Machine, do that one again!
I'm doing it again!
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yeah!
Wow!
We did it! Oh, wow. That
Click
really
on the door 430
really is,
times.
Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now?
Well, it said,
What were you
it said
thinking?
click on 430 5 times. And it was on rainbow. New content? Wow!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
No,
and
it is
Stanley
not.
knew it perfectly well.
No, I didn't.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe not.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it
Sublime!
about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley?
No clue.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Aha!
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Maybe.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing
Whee!
but you. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
No.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
You might.
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The blue door!
Aha.
Hey.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope. Weep.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through
The
the
red
door.
Red. That's not fair. Oh! Yeah. You want me to walk through the red door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Wee.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
That's your fault.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
Exposed
Is it what you
developer
wanted? Was it
textures.
worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically
For you.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
No.
Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley.
Yes.
Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
Guns.
What did you want to see?
Vehicles?
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what.
I want your mother.
In the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
No.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
4.
So we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea.
A game
where
with
I'm
more
going.
endings.
This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
You might
Let's
have.
take a look.
How about... Oh. It was just like the world. And then boom! Where's Markiplier? Man, I'm worse than the dead rat. Wow.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
Oh,
Now
no.
would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
I would.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Okay.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
4
So
hours.
why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm not playing this game for 4 hours. But I don't want to let it. Okay, Timmy, don't go to the fire. I know you want to, but it's bright. No, I said don't go in there! Ah!
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for you. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
I am
The
valuable.
game was so awful. Why don't we play someone else's game?
Yeah.
Pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. Seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Whee! Oh, it's this ending where I get to play Portal without a portal gun. What?
Aha!
This isn't Portal!
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
What is this game?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
What is this game?
Some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
What?
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
What is this game? That sounded like a Minecraft door sound effect. Wow. Whoa. Propane.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What can it not be?
It is. It's an open world game.
Yeah.
Quickly block it off.
No!
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another way. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Gmod. Gmod has walls.
Hey, I think this will be just the thing.
Gmod! This Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this
It's
is
Rocket
exactly
League.
what I had in mind. just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Yay!
There's a possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Yeah!
If you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I will do it now. I will get lost right now.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
It's
we shall run the bases and
ball.
down together. Yes, I think surely we must.
It's
okay,
football.
Stanley, all, have fun.
Or in the US, soccer. I want to drive one of the cars that's in the back, sir.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Yeah.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
I don't remember this in Rocket League.
And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
Yes.
Try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Get in the hole.
Crowd in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
Yes.
More balls.
Yeah. Woo. I want to fall down the hole, but I want to get all of them in there.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yes.
Having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes.
Can I climb the wall?
You get to have fun when I let you, Stan. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you'd like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much, but who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something.
Yeah.
After all, you're the one who knows best.
Like as soon as you leave, I'm jumping down this hole.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Oh, beta.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Stanley, come back. Oh, I fell. Oh. I fell deeper into the... Oop. Okay. Please tell me this is gonna get scary. I'd love a horror game. Wow. It's just an old design of the game. One light. Ooh. It's got multiple screens. I got it. I can't see my... Wait a second. There's diagrams on the game? Like, that's the script right there. Those are scripts.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is.
I'm the man.
I'm
Ah!
happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it, he'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything
And you
up
need
for him
me.
to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am.
I'm
That's
not
what I
fear,
need for the
confusion,
first-
or
Oh,
confused.
yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
But the end is never the end, 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 there never is behind me. Beep 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 boop 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 beep 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 boop 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 beep boop beep bop boop boop.
All of his co-workers were gone.
All of his
What could it mean?
co-workers were
Stanley
gone.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Simply missed a memo. Beep 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 beep. New content. You're just not gonna say anything about that?
Oh, new content?
Yeah.
What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. New content. New content. Different from the Stanley Parable. This is Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition. Woo! Welcome at your first night at Freddy Fazbear's.
Thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Ooh.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles
Yes.
and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Ooh.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Am I the only
Well,
one
this
getting
sounds delightful.
help wanted
I'm very excited to see the
vibes?
thrilling new ultra deluxe content.
Me too.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
Oh.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content.
Yay!
Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if...
Little bit.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content! Woo!
All right.
A jump
All right,
circle.
let's see, it's the jump circle.
Oh, I can jump! I'm gonna save my jumps because it's counting down. I can't.
Is that it?
It better not
Surely
be.
that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
No.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
I hope not.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Do it!
could
I
count
like
30
content.
trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
Yay!
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Really?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stan? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
Actually,
I
it's
built up
X
too much
now.
anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No
Yes.
frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yes. What?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. Only because it's interesting. Okay. Whee! That loaded.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Ooh.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Wow. There's a printer.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Wow. A memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wow. Our first kiss, my first car, the release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. We're so romantic. The original remake. The first doll hair. A trip down memory lane. Yes. Oh wait, that was the demo. The go outside achievement. Don't play for 5 years. What is that? Loving memory of little Stanley. Is this music copyrighted? I want to sit on the chair. There's a piano.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
10 out of 10.
Ever created.
This
That's
game's
how
a 10 out of
grand
10.
and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
It was
all of
not
them. And
Skyrim.
now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yoink. Memory zone maintenance. Excuse me. Wow. Nostalgia. Tastes good. Person of the year, and it's wow. Yep, more scripts of the game.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
The
It
game.
didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone.
This game
To
would be
spend the
nice with
rest
new
of
content,
time
though.
collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I love video game. Hey, that's the serious room. I don't even know how to get there. It's the serious room.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
It's because it's a
What's
suppressed.
this?
It's suppressed memories from Steam.
Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam.
Yep.
The video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't
For
they?
Steam. On the Xbox, it says compressed
I
gas.
could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny.
Unfunny up.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could
Why
write
is this
handful of
painted?
gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't
Steam.
imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Steam. Wow. Wow. That's readable. Wait. Steam.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Maybe.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear.
Where?
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remember.
No, the Stanley Parable's awesome. Oh, I can't get back up.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Huh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that.
I
If
can't
I'm truly
walk
too
forward
preachy,
and
then
drown.
we can skip ahead for just a moment. Surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive
Meh.
reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes,
I'm gonna
skip
swim
button
over it.
we
Oh.
shall have.
A skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. Oh, you're back, you see?
Maybe.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was
Few
plenty of
minutes.
time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
It's the power of
When
the
I start to go
button.
off on a thoughtless
Shut up!
self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Longer and
The
longer.
last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Yeah.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button.
Okay,
again.
not
I
pressing
think
the
the
button
skip
again.
button
Where'd
has
the
been
door
activated,
go?
and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
Yeah, where'd the door
Wasn't
go?
there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort or a
No.
window or something like... Do you see a window anywhere?
Shut up.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
It's been 12
You've
hours.
just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if
Just you and the button. Oh, hey. Yay, I'm back. How long's it been?
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
It's been a week or 2 weeks.
I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with.
The
And you'd think that
flower,
that's
I mean
just
plant.
how it's always been, right?
Yeah.
Me talking and you saying nothing.
What's on the other end?
Would you think that it's
It-
exactly the same as always?
It's glowing.
Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
There a generator?
It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening.
Well, I'm not listening anymore.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Yay, I'm back.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Yes.
I've had so much time. I
Yes.
stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
No.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is
Narrator? The way it slid out so slowly. Narrator, I'm here. Talk to me. What is... Can I look too? There's a beeping. More people watch the video, Anthony, when I edit them. Could you shut the door, please? Thank you.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human
You're
condition.
back!
But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
I don't want to hear you yelling. Well,
the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, the end is end, and end is end, and then is never the end, 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 the end is never end, is never the
end, is never the end.
Wow. Oh. How'd this happen? Where'd you come from? Hello, son. Fly. Excuse me. It grew plants, just like Portal. This is obviously a reference to Portal. Where'd everything go? This is actually scary. A little bit, though. What if I stay here? I want to know. What if I stay? You're just repeating yourself. Ah. Oh, hi. Skip button, work. Fine. Oh. Something off in the distance. What?
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I missed a memo. New content? Yeah!
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Close the door. New content! New content! New content! New. Content. Wow. Whee! New content. Whee!
Stanley Parable, and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even
Make
further.
your own.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Stanley Parable 2. Even more twists and turns, with more endings, different alternate universes.
A measly re-release with a few
2 different alternate universes.
all the new territory will cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly
The
been
2 of
asking
us.
for.
I cannot sing that out loud.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
New content is out. New content part 2 is in.
Stanley Parable 2. Now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future
They're
oriented.
back. 2 doors.
Progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Well, obviously, I like this one more. Stanley Parable 2. 2 ferns!
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of
2
the
eyes,
features I've been
2
developing for
ears,
it.
2
I
nostrils,
figured
2
if I
arms,
can
2
loosely
legs.
organize a handful of interesting
Who took
concepts,
my red marker?
surely the game will sort
Me.
of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh yeah, because it's a game. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, Doom 2, Dark Souls 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Divinity or Original Sin 2. Yes. This way to the show floor. New features. New content. It's a bus. Wow.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Button that what? The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Too
And of
big, too
course,
small, just
the
right.
first and most
Just
obvious
right.
answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. That'd be nice. So my name's Marv.
Jim.
My name's Jim.
Clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
My name's
Of course, in the
Jim.
final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay.
Play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I'm Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
I am Jim.
Sleeping and waking as Jim.
I'm
Falling
Jim.
in love and being heartbroken.
Ah.
Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you
Well,
feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am Jim right
If
now.
so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Oh my gosh! It said my name!
What a thrill! What a rush! That was you!
It said my
I
name.
described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the
It
second
said my
time. If this was the
name.
ending
I'm
music
Jim
to the
now.
Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay, okay.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a
I'm
person
Jim.
too much Jim.
I like my name.
Putting the Jim button away.
No,
Soon
don't
you'll
take it
suddenly
away
get
from
a
me.
sense of
Who am I?
are.
Who am I if I don't have my name? Ah! Who am I?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable
What?
2.
No.
That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Why? Why? I like it, but why? Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it?
Epilogue.
Yes, it would go at the end of the,
Epilogue. Laug. Epilogue. Lauga. The settings world champion. I want it. Infinite hole free achievement. Ah, free achievement. The jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Yay, I can jump. I'm gonna use them all. Nope. I lied to you all. But free achievement. The free achievement. Fully receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you.
Me.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding
I
the feature.
want
Gamers,
the
I dare you.
achievement. Fine. What's over here? Nothing.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The infinite hole. That's what. Wait, what's this?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration.
That's Stanley.
Like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well soon.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
How dare you? I don't remember those being in the pictures.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
into the infinite hole. Wow, concrete. Rim, depth, infinite, surrounding area. Nice. Hole, depth, space, don't know, science, more, falling, infinity, more hole. Keep it going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Never.
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever.
Infinite.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Wow. Whee! Oh. I'm falling!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No. I will not.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I'm falling!
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated.
I'm falling infinitely!
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
Ooh.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole.
Ooh.
Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you.
Found the bottom.
On the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just...
Who put
you're
cigarettes down here?
Fascinated by falling.
I am.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I
Me.
figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
You're the problem.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you,
Mostly?
go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the
It
hole
doesn't.
and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
It needs to be said to be a deep hole, not infinite. Change your mind, sir.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show
Yeah.
you even more.
Oh no, I fell.
Heaven. You see?
Whee!
Right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person. would say, "Yep, that's an
Not
infinite
normal.
hole right there.
Yep,
Goes on
that's an
forever
infinite
till the
hole
end of
right
time.
there.
Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I
Yes,
couldn't
and this
help but
paper's
feel like
new.
you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
No.
Gosh.
Whee!
Yes, you're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length.
I know, it's natural though.
Let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Well, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Huh.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
Yes! It's so infinitely not infinite.
You're here to do, and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
No. I don't want to. I pressed it. I pressed it.
Is the teleport button not working?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, I suppose there is one.
I suppose I'm stuck.
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole.
No, I couldn't.
More time with it than you could ever have asked. It's a win for everyone.
Yay!
I get to do literally anything else.
Woo!
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Me too. What am I supposed to... What? Why noises? Why noises? Why noises? Why'd you start making noises? Let me out! Let me go! What? New mug. I'm going down, it's gonna become infinite again! Bye, narrator! I know. I'm just doing this. Boom. No, bye-bye! See you never! Wait, what? What? Stanley! You genius! Absolute genius! I mean, look at you! Yes! You genius! Absolutely magnificent! Absolutely outstanding! Yeah! 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 Wait, is he? He's just upside down. Whoa.
Stanley? Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake.
It's very fascinating.
You don't want to miss a single moment.
Can I do that forever?
How about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused
Nah,
on the
I want to
hole.
sleep in the
From the
hole.
looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them.
Ow.
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
It'll be back. Toodle pip. Toodle pip. Start sinking again. Yes. Oh. Toodle pip. Yay.
Here we are. Go
Bucket.
on, try out some of the new features.
Merch. I bet that really works. I'll try it later. The bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
It was.
It engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who
I don't
played
see a
it.
bucket.
Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see,
Ooh.
Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions...
Give it to me!
Perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually...
Give it to me!
Less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Yes.
Yes, the
So
bucket
give me
is
the bucket.
perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I have a bucket!
Can you feel it?
I can feel the bucket within my digital hands.
Despair must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
No.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Why?
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Yes.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
What if I go back to the infinite hole? Fine, it's ended. Fine, it's ended. Can I go back in there? Nope. Collectibles. Why do you look so sad, Stanley?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
Oh.
In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines.
Ooh.
And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
What?
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Wow. Oh, I can't go. Collect them all. You can find them. You can find them. You can. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find
God,
them?
it
Can you
really
find
is
them?
the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
No. It's awesome. Pretty sure I looked at everything.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Who dropped that purse? To leave Stan? Why? Oh.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? I know
Yes.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together
No.
in one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
You'll make it work, narrator.
There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Experiment.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
No.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
What?
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on.
There
Let me do a
is
different
potential,
arrangement.
but...
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
I'm in my seat, like Minecraft.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Yes.
Would it possibly work?
It would.
I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction...
Like the Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition.
Let me see if I can whip something up.
The Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition 2.
Take a look.
Wow. That looks ominous. I had to get little music for a cinematic.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Of a man named Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number...
Is that a balloon?
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Forever!
Something he would never quite forget.
Yeah!
He was at his desk for nearly an hour.
Wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Will this give me new endings?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Dude, now I'm gonna do everything wrong with the bucket.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
The bucket is right.
Himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How inside? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the
The
door
bucket
he's
can't be
left to
wrong.
go back to the meeting room.
No.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
There's a collectible.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried.
Oh.
So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay, I savored it. I wonder. Wait, I can't do anything. Well, I guess I'm doing this ending again. It's not the same. It's gotta be alternate endings with the bucket.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know.
This is Stanley?
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down
You're obsessed. That's what you are.
doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure?
You sell
I
it.
can,
Give it away.
I can monetize
You can.
it.
Oh, hey, you're actually thinking that.
Yes. It's unthinkable.
You give
the
them
amounts of
fake
money
buckets.
people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
Oh, you're thinking that.
This
I was thinking just
It's
copying the
not
bucket,
content
giving it to
ticket,
people, and then selling it
but
for
I have to be
thousands of
careful,
dollars for each
because
bucket.
As soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get. What's that? Who's there?
Who the heck is Gumbarata? Who in the world is Gumbarata? Wait a second. I have caps lock on. Gumbarata is an evil wizard. According to the Stanley Parable reassurance bucket, the research bucket wasn't always a bucket. They... spoilers! Okay, Gumbarata.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know, but this is the end of my stream. My live stream.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
It's raining outside. Anyway, that is the end of stream today. I shall come back to the Stanley Parable. Probably.